Hey, what's going on, folks? Welcome back to the Real Legend of Gaming. Today we are here with a review and first impressions for At Sundown Shots in the Dark. Now, this video here is sponsored by Versus Evil. They've been kind enough to provide me with a copy of this game, and we will be doing a review for the Nintendo Switch version of this game. So, what is At Sundown Shots in the Dark? Pretty simple, folks. It's a top-down shooter where the maps are covered in darkness and light is your enemy. It's up to 4 players competing in both local and online multiplayer games to be the best using a variety of weapons across multiple map types. Strategic gameplay is vital in the shadows of this dark world in which you only become visible when you shoot, dash, or slash. See or be seen, kill or be killed. How long will you survive at sundown? So, it gives you an idea what this game is about. So, we're going to be showing you some gameplay, and I'm going to be speaking about my experience with playing the game yesterday, and also give you some tips on how to, I guess, get better at the game, right? I'm definitely not a pro at this game, because it just came out, but after playing with it for a certain amount of times and getting a couple rounds in, I definitely started winning games. So, let's get into this, folks. Here's another overview of the game. And I think this is like a pretty good insight on what you're going to be playing. So, At Sundown Shots in the Dark is a stealth-driven top-down multiplayer shooter. I like to summarize it pretty much as a hide-and-go-seek shooter, right? And it's cool because you can either play it online or you can play local deathmatch. But you get a lot of different weapons, right? You get different weapons and there's different maps that each have a different type of style to it. You could say like it's a variation map. So really the key to the game is trying to figure out the best spot to hide in the shadow, right? And being able to sneak attack on your opponents. Because yeah, it is kind of like hide and go seek, but you're not going to win if you don't get any kills. So you do have to, like we say in the mobile games, you got to gank the opponent and catch them by surprise, right? So it has a unique stealth-driven arena combat, right? Basically gives you dynamic twists and turns where the maps are covered in darkness and light is your enemy. So hug the map, go in areas where there's no light, but things that I need to point out is that when you shoot or when you're simply dashing across the screen, you will become visible to the opponent. So that's why you have to really be careful with being exposed and obviously not being seen by the enemies so that you can move around the arena in stealth and get as many kills as you can. Now, the online and local multiplayer, I was able to play with the local multiplayer, so you can play with friends, obviously, that are in your house, or you can play against bots, right? Good way to start is playing against the bots just to get a feel of the game. Now, in order to play online, you do need the Nintendo membership, so that is obviously sold separately, so be sure before you get this game that you do have your Nintendo membership first. Now, there's a couple modes in the game. You could play challenge mode, or you can do co-op, or you could go against the AI. And if you do go against the AI, you can also play that co-op as well. So when you're playing the game, and this is also a good technique as well, you got to figure out how to use all the weapons. Each weapon has its own type of shooting mechanics, and they also have an alternate mode that you need to use. So get comfortable with the weapons and also play a lot of games, because the more games you play, you do have in-game achievements and progress system set up where the XP that you gain from each win or from participating in a match helps you unlock a different weapon or a different map. So like when you first start in the game, you can eventually unlock the sniper pretty quick. And it also helps you get other characters as well. For what I saw, there was 4 characters in the game. And as far as the maps, there were a lot of different maps. Because again, each map, right, you start off with 3. But each map had 3 variations each. Now, based on what I've been reading online, there's 6 unique zones with multiple maps. So you get to dominate your opponents across multiple maps, each with different light mechanics, and each unlocks a new zone as you level up. So that's why it's important to grind and learn the maps. Another thing you want to pay attention to in the maps is some of them have traps. Like some will have a laser. So you got to be able to dodge on the laser, because if you go right through it, take a lot of damage or just eventually get killed. There's also some type of puzzle mechanics in the maps as well. We got to go around a certain pillar in a certain amount of time. It becomes a lot of fun. You'll see my experience with the game. So just imagine having that experience with your friends. And if you're a content creator and a streamer, imagine doing that on a live stream. A lot of fun. I mean, the game is competitive and it is easy to pick up after you understand how to maneuver around the map. Once you figure out what weapon you want to use, once you start figuring out the weapon's primary fire and the alt fire, you're going to have a ton of fun. And if you really want to get crazy, you can definitely come up with your own challenges in these games. You know, you can do a hide and go seek mode completely where you can't shoot someone unless you find them in the dark and walk right up to them. You know, like you can get creative with the different type of ideas you can for the game. You know, so there's just some really cool aspects to it. It's definitely different. I've never played a game like this, and it is really cool on a Nintendo Switch being able to play this on the go as well. Alright, so before we go into this gameplay, I just want to say that, guys, my recommendation for the weapon to use, and there's 4 weapons you can use in the beginning. You got the shotgun, the auto rifle, the revolvers, and the SMG. Go with the SMG. It is insane, and it will definitely help you get kills in the beginning of the games. And it's really good. My personal preference, all right? So other than that, let's leave you with this gameplay. Thanks for all the support, folks. If you have questions about at Sundown Shots in the Dark, then definitely leave a comment down below, and I'll try my best to answer that question for you, all right? So other than that, peace out.
First blood. Green takes the lead. Double kill. Green takes the lead. Killing spree. Shut down. Double kill. Triple kill. Yellow is 1 kill away. Killage. First blood. Double kill. Killing spree. And another one. Buzzkill. Weapon amp. Double kill. Green is one double.